Hey, how's it going, everyone? We are actually still in the process of a top 8 tournament. Here's Malachi, who topped 8 with his
ShineGraymon.
ShineGraymon. Yeah, man, I was watching some of your matches. It's a pretty disgusting deck. How about you walk us through it?
Sure. All right, I'll start with the Digi eggs. So 4 Upa and 1 Koopy. I'm probably going to change this. I think there were a lot of times in game where Koro would have made more sense. So I think I'm going to end up going 3 Koro and 2 Upa. But it's pretty straightforward. Upa is good draw. Shine kind of lacks draw. I think it's a little low on draw in comparison to like other decks. So you really need it, especially because this deck can be super bricky. You want to be able to hit the things that you need. And since you run like level 4s that are overall pretty strong.
Guys,
Go ahead and keep talking about
Yeah. So basically, because you have level 4s that are 6k, like Turis, you're okay attacking with them. They don't always live, but they live pretty regularly, and then you can get a card draw and you can like hit your level 5, your level 6, or your tamer. You need one of those 3, right, to end up doing anything. Koopy is the one of that came from BT 1.5. So I'll take it out for Koro almost certainly. And then we've got the rookies, Patamon. Love this Patamon. I've said before, if you can run 12 of it, you would. I don't think that's true anymore, but you definitely would run like 8. Being able to gain memory back when, like being able to Digivolve into Shine for 3 is gross. Being able to get memory back when you pop things with Red Rises and Heritable is gross. Being able to go into Valderarm for 5 can be really gross for an extra swing or to make sure that it's, untapped. Just getting memory for the thing this deck already wants to do is just, it's such a good inheritable. Like I said, I'd probably run 8 if I could, but obviously you can't run 8 at the same card. 2 Pulsemon. I'm probably going to go up to 3. I'm kind of just running 2 because they're $40. I got a third one from this tournament, so I'm going to be running it, so thank you, Matt.
Would you run 4 if you could?
No, I don't think so. I really like here, I'll leave the rookies out just so, you can see all of them. So, yeah, I run 4 Patamons, I run 2 Pulsemons. I'd probably go up to 3. I really also like this Patamon. So basically, I felt like a lot of people were building Shine way too bricky in the current format, and this is kind of a way to unbrick because it can hit your tamers. I'm running 9 tamers, which is low. I may even go down to 8, like I've been feeling like I could, because you get so many tamers, and sometimes they make your hand dead, and they make it so that you can't go up your line, and it's so important. So the Patamons just completely unbrick your hands. I'd probably end up going 3, and then I'd probably go down the Salmons to 2. I'm at 3 Salmons right now. I'm pretty bad at using them, I think. I think they're a lot better than I have experience with, but I don't know, I'm not as strong with using them as some people might be. So I'll probably go down 1 here and then go up the Pulsemon that I got from the tournament. But I'm pretty happy with this rookie lineup. Like I said, the Patamons unbrick you, and that is really, really important. And since you got a lot of new cards in BT4, and you want to be able to run all of them, because they're all really good. So now we'll go to level 4s. We've got 4 Pitomon, and it's pretty standard. Blocker, level 4, Digivolve for 1, really good card. The only problem is it doesn't get over Needhog. So I might go 2 and 2 with Unimons, we'll see. I haven't decided yet. Reppas. So I was going to go Unimons instead of Reppas, but my friend forgot to bring them today, and I'm really happy he didn't because the Reppas felt really good. You can use them to go wide, you can use them to replace themselves when you don't have a level 3, so you go Reppa and you can go into like your Yellow Rise, and then Yellow Rise still activates its effect for 6. It's really, really good. That's the same cost as like a Turi, right? So like for the same cost of a Turi, you go Reppa into your Yellow Rise, and you're in business. You're feeling real good, and also the ability to go wide. I definitely won a couple games today just because I was able to, given 3 memory from TK, Reppa, and then it's like, what can they do to clear your whole board? Against green, it's not as good. So if I run into more green, maybe I'll reconsider. But for now, it feels really good in the yellow versus the WarGreymon matchup, which is the deck to beat right now, right?
And how many yellow and green decks did you play during this tournament?
I played against I played against 2 security. I played against 2 security control decks, and then I played against 2 yellow. I replayed that guy. I played against, who else did I play against? I played against, and then I played against a Masta. Yellow Mastamon, so that's 5. I played a total of 7 sets though, so I'm forgetting 2. I played against 1 green as well, and then I don't remember the 7, but that was mostly yellow. I think most people have that experience. 3 red Rise, 3 yellow Rise, 2 Siren. I used to think yellow Rise was better than red Rise. I was wrong. The ability to stand raising is really gross. Red Rise being able to stand raising, and its effect activating TK on play is gross. Its inheritable is really good. That's why I'm going to go up on Koromons, because being able to pop 3Ks every time you attack with your Shine is so strong. Red Rise is so gross. I might even go 4-2 if I'm being totally honest, but the yellow Rise enables a really gross combo as well, so I do like having it. And then Sirens are so broken. Being able to, on 3 on TK, Blinding Ray into Siren into Shine, just to clear a board state, like, that's really gross. Like, I'll show the cards, like, you can go Blinding Ray with a TK, you go up to 5, you hard cast the Siren, you go into the Shine. From 0, you completely clear the board state late game. And that's just a really gross combo. As well, a lot of times in late game board states, you have Karis on the field. You might have 2 Karis. And then you're also going up to 5 memory every turn. Just being able to have the flexibility of hard casting a level 5 that also, it doesn't die to Needhog is pretty cool. So anyways, that's my 5s lineup. I'm feeling pretty good about it. If I were to change anything, I would go up 1 more Rise, just because sometimes you don't hit your level 5, and when you don't hit your level 5, you're really sad. The game is like unplayable if you don't hit your level 5. And I'm only running 8, which is a little bit low, but it's hard to make room for everything in this deck. That's part of why I like running the Patamons I was talking about earlier, because it helps you make room for stuff in the deck by cutting some Tamers. Alright, level 6s, 4 Rise Greymons, 2 War Greymons. This is the combo that I was talking about. It's really gross. If you have Yellow Rise under a War Grey, and you have 3 Tamers, and you swing, you get 4 total security checks. I won a game 3 today. I was just like, Rise, War Grey? Oh, I have lethal. Like, from a dead board, like a totally normal board state, I just ended up having lethal. It's a really gross combo. That's why I like Yellow Rise, and that's also why I like War Grey. The kind of idea of this deck is that you play it really slow, you stay in raising, you don't super engage your opponent, you don't give them a lot of free stuff to blow up on the field, because there's so much removal in this format. So you play it really slow, you play your Tamers, and then late game, you get a Yellow Rise under a War Grey, and you win in 1 turn. So that's kind of the idea. And so you only really need 2 War Greys. The Shines are to, keep the game stalled. And if you're playing the long con, you should get to, like, 30 cards into your deck. You'll hit 1 War Grey. If you don't, you don't, but I think that this is a good ratio. I'm liking this. I might go 3-3. Maybe I'll just go up 1 War Grey. We'll see. I'm doing 2 Valdararm as well. Good card. It can be dead, but when it pops off and just wins you the game. So it's good. I do kind of miss Glorious Burst though. I've considered going back up to 2 of them. So yeah, but Valdararm is really, really good.
What made you run for Shines, or just lean towards Shine over War Greymon in this?
I played it in 1.5, and I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of playing the best deck in the format, usually. So I liked that it was still good. I thought it was underrated as well. People were rating it like mid-tier 2, low tier 2. I think they're wrong. I think it's high tier 2 probably, maybe even tier 1.5. Because like you get so many new tools, it's still really strong. I think it just has to play really different. Before, Shine could kind of like play things on board, but now you can't. You have to sort of prep things and raising a lot more. I just think that people weren't playing the deck right or building the deck right, but I think it's still really good, and I just like the deck because I think it's fun to have a lot of Tamers on the board. I think it's fun to have a resource to manage.
Yeah, so. Being at top 4, I mean, you definitely went through a lot of yellow decks.
Yes, I did. I think that's feeling like a decent matchup. So then, yeah, shed the Valdararms. So now the Tamer numbers. We've got 4 TKs, 3 Karis, 2 small TKs. I'm not hot on small TK, but it almost won me a game where it caused my my Shine on security to kill a War Grey swinging in at 12. So sometimes it just literally wins you the game. So having 1 or 2 small TKs is really valuable. So it's hard to imagine going down, but I do really like Kari. Kari's really good. If you can get a lot of if you can get a couple cards out late game, you have such a good ability to control your security that you're just gaining 5 memory every time it passes back to your turn. It's really hard for your opponent to win from that game state. So 4 TKs is pretty self-explanatory. I think this is like one of the best cards in the game.
Especially Red Rise.
Yeah, getting it for free is really, really, really disgusting. I think it's one of the best cards in the game, and I'm in a deck that like one of the best things about TK is it's a memory tamer that you don't mind if you play a second one of. Not only do I not mind because I'm Shine and I get an extra 4K on my Shines, but I get to see security again, and like a lot of the memory tamers, a second one isn't as valuable as the first one, but TK is. So I think TK is just so good. No reason not to run 4 and Shine. Kari is good for late game, and TK is a good it's kind of tech, so that like in certain instances you just win the game off of it single-handedly. Last, I'm running 1 Glorious Burst and 1 Blinding Ray. I feel like, I was saying before, the deck doesn't have a lot of draw, but it goes really late. So you see most of your deck, it just takes time. So you're almost always going to run into one of these, and I feel like tech cards are so good in Digimon because of how much draw there is in the game. Like, late game, you're almost guaranteed to have seen this or to have seen this, and this card can just win you the game single-handedly. This card, I cast this for 2 today. It is a 9 cost, minus 12k, but I had 8 tamers out, or 7 tamers out, so I cast it for 2, which is just completely bonkers. Killing something for 2 memory, killing like a 12k line for 2 memory is really good, especially since Wargray is really strong. You can kill a Wargray line, that can just win you the game as well. So I like teching in Digimon, and I think these are my tech cards.
Since they are at 1, and especially since they have no security effect, you're not really relying on those cards. If they show up, they show up, right?
Yeah, it's like in certain scenarios, like I said, they can just win you the game. Like if you find them, they can win you the game. You can pull them with TK if you need them. That's what I did in my 2 games. I pulled a Glorious Burst with TK and used it, and that won me the game. So it's like you see so many cards. All you need is one. Like a lot of times you're just like, what is my out? My out is drawing into one of these, or my out is having one of these. And because this deck goes so late, you're very likely to get one of them. And so that's why I really like running one-ofs. That's really why I really like tech cards in general in Digimon. So, yeah.
Cool.
That's it.
Any shout-outs you want to give?
Shout-outs to, my friend was saying we don't have a squad. I don't know, we don't really have a name, but we come from Redwood City, like Peninsula area, like very frequently. The 3 of us, we all got top 8, so I'm really happy about that. I almost didn't come just because I went to Monterey yesterday and I was really tired, but I was like, I already paid money and I want to see my friends and I want to support Matt's tournament, of course. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go anyways, and I'm really happy I did. Last tournament I went 0-5. I tweaked the deck, and then I got 3rd, 4th, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Well, appreciate you guys coming through. I mean, you guys did it. Actually, yeah, all 3 of you made a top 8.
Yeah, we did. It was really hype.
Nice. Yeah. Well, next month we'll be having a team tournament, and man, I can't wait to see what kind of deck builds you guys are going to be.
Yeah, we might end up showing up. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations for getting top 4 in our tournament. We still have our 1st and 2nd place still going on right now as we speak, as I'm doing the recording. So for viewers at home, if you have any comments, please leave them below what you guys think of the deck. If there's any opinions you have on it, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, the notification, and all that jazz. And thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching.